After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 420. Today is Monday, September 21st, 2020, as we are recording. Yes, Monday.
It feels like a Saturday.
Yes, we were on retreat from Friday through Sunday.
Virtual retreat.
Yes, I was going to say that, virtual retreat, but we could not record. So we are here now. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. If you are new, we're glad that you found us, and we hope that you see something you like and that you will continue to return. If you are already returning viewers, then we are glad to have you back as always. And if you are new or returning, but you're sort of in the shadows and you'd like to be more involved, please feel free to hit the little subscribe button on YouTube and press the little bell so you can get notifications, and join our home group, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's where all our alongs take place. And if you're wondering what alongs are, it's like little
Craft
alongs where you can have the opportunity to win prizes for making projects. Okay?
Everyone has a theme of some sort.
We currently have 3 going on, but those all take place in the PHN home place. So it's PHN
Home
podcast.
place?
Yes.
Is that the technical term?
Home place, phnpodcast.freeforums.net.
Oh, that's
and we
weird.
do have 3 official new members to the home
Place?
PHN home group. We have Del Maz. Welcome, Del Maz.
Welcome.
We have Melissa. Welcome, Melissa.
Welcome.
And we have just under the wire this morning. I saw her I had to actually send my show notes back in again a second time because I saw her this morning when I woke
So
up.
do I have like 10 emails then?
Vandana. So,
Von Dom?
Vandana. It might be
I am Groot.
It might be Vandana, but I like to say Vandana because that sounds awesome.
I'm Groot.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
You are not. Anyway,
And there is a reason for Von Dom. Von Dom was... Wait. Yeah, it's Von Dom who does.
Van Diesel.
Van Diesel. Duh.
Van Damme is the
He's a blonde.
No.
No?
Van Damme is the muscles from Brussels, and he was when I was in high school.
Then who is... Because wasn't he the blonde in... Like, he was the guy... Wasn't he in Rocky or something? Or who am I thinking of?
Not Van Damme.
Who was in Rocky?
You're thinking the big, tall, blonde guy. I forget what his name is. I don't remember.
Because he was in the Expendables.
Oh yeah, they're all in Expendables.
But why do I know Van Damme? Jean Van Damme.
Jean Van Damme is from my period of time. I mean,
Maybe I just heard you talk about
I
him.
bet he's about maybe 5 or 10 years older
What's he
than I am.
in? I don't know.
Van Damme.
Yeah.
He did all those. He's another one like Seagal and all
I
those
saw
people.
so many Seagulls when I worked night shift in the nursing home. Because this lady, when we were doing our laundry, we couldn't miss Seagal. And we definitely couldn't miss Walker, Texas Ranger.
That's the other one I was
when
gonna
the,
say
when the patients were asleep.
These what you're talking about, the time period we had Seagal and Bronson when he was doing his Death Wish time period, and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let me see a
and-
picture.
Oh, there's a couple others. I can't think of them offhand.
Yeah, I absolutely don't recognize him. I don't know who that is.
Oh, he was the good-looking one of them all. He was the muscles from Brussels.
I don't see it.
Huh?
You're saying he's a good-looking one of them all. I'm not really sure that I see it.
That's not. He was a bit. This is a good picture of him here.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But anyway, he was of all of them. He was the better one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything with him in it, which is probably why.
I saw a couple of films with him in it. I don't remember what they were because they all kind of ran together.
Well, during that time period, like
Yeah.
every action. Because I did see Expendables 2. Because that was the only one that was okay with, I think, like, no sex, no language, nothing like that, if I remember correctly. No, I know there's no sex.
How did that happen? No
And
language.
you had Thor's younger brother
Yeah.
in it. And he ended up being the impetus of them going on a spree because he was like the young kid
give
they all
any away.
protected.
Don't give
I
any-
didn't say anything. And of
Quiet.
course, you know, what's his name from The Transporter?
Yes, I know he's in that.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, Stallone.
Yeah, and he's like,
No.
when the guy from
who's
The
who.
Transporter is like the youngest guy other than Thor's younger brother, you know that your cast is getting older.
Yeah. Well, you got.
I mean,
you know,
Stallone though had the little beard, like little
Yeah.
goatee. It's a good look on him.
it is a good look on him.
But anyway, sorry, way off.
Anyway, going back to welcoming our people. Thank
So
you.
Vandana, you make us think of Van Damme.
Make her think of Von Damme. Okay, Delmas, Melissa, and Vandana, thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you with us. Anyone else who'd like to join us officially, please feel free to do so. We'd love to have you with us, have you take part in the fun in the Woman Cave, the fun in the Woman
I
Cave.
bet you guys didn't expect to be going off on the who's who of muscle people in, what was that, the 70s, 80s?
Yeah. Okay.
We honestly don't watch that many of those kind of movies.
No. I mean, in the 70s, when they were coming out, I was overseas, going to high school overseas my last 2 years, and the guy I was dating, if we wanted to go to the movies, that's what they were playing at the Sub Pack, those kind of things, plus Pink Panther and Grease and things like that. So actually, Grease didn't come to the Sub Pack. We actually saw that. They had English subtitles, so they had it in English with French subtitles or something in Brussels in the square, so in one of the movie theaters down there.
Well, I remember actually enjoying, I mean, it's a little hokey, but I remember enjoying Walker, Texas Ranger. I just wish they hadn't sped up his fight scenes.
Yeah, they didn't need to because he was
They
so
didn't
good.
need to, and I felt like
Well, his opponents weren't as good.
maybe that's
Yeah.
the case. And if they're, I'll have to check and see if it's free on Amazon at some point because they're fluff. They aren't that really. They're easy. It's easy to watch.
Okay, moving on. All right, let's see here. Upcoming along, not the ones we're doing right now, the upcoming along for us is the Toy Along. And that runs from, let's see, this is ending October through December. So January 1st it stops. And this one, Crystal, crocheting, chronically crocheting, and I think if she watches, I don't know if she watches Crochet Nurse, they both like amigurumis. This is the one for you guys, okay? This is all the toys. So, yeah, so you know, keep your eyes open for that one. That one starts October 1st, so that's in a couple weeks. Wow.
Oh, a wee tea.
Oh, we did, because it's your fault.
Well, because I blame all the 70s, 80s action stars. That's
How many-
We blame Vandana.
I hope she can take the hit.
I think she can. I think she's probably awesome. Her
a name like that,
her
yeah.
name sounds like Van Damme. She's awesome.
Well, if we're pronouncing it right. But there are people who said Van Damme, too, so
That's just a weird. It sounds like they're swearing.
I know,
at him.
I know.
I'd rather be called Van
Van
Damme
Damme.
rather than be like Van.
Expletive. Anyway, how many projects do you have?
Oh, let me count. You probably have more than me. I don't think I have 10, but let me see. Because you have 10, correct? Mm-hmm. How did you manage that? I know you were worried you'd have any.
I don't have any clue how I managed that. Some of them have very little.
I think it was magic.
You can do magic.
This is. You've been listening to your 70s and 80s list, right?
You can do anything that you desire. Magic.
Okay, so let's.
America.
I have. Yellow doesn't show up well with my green glasses, so I have to.
Why don't you just use a different color to highlight?
I should. That would be intelligent, but you know, intelligence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, I lost count.
She can't count, folks. I did teach her better than
I
that.
just lost where I was. 1, 2, 3. I lost which project I had ended on. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. All right. So in my Blue Owl mug that Davina gave me one year for Christmas or birthday or just because,
She does have a tendency if she sees something owl or bunny.
this is my Plum Deluxe. I thought I had it out. I guess I must have put it away. This is Stargazer
Chai
Chai Mott, and I don't.
You didn't finish it, did you?
No, I must have put it away. Stargazer Caramel Chai Mott is what this is, and I don't. It does have caffeine, has love and gratitude. That's all I can tell you because
She doesn't have liquor.
it has mott tea and some other stuff in it, but I don't have my.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of that because I don't drink it as much as you do.
Oh, I love this.
If I do have some, I'll give it to you because I really don't drink it. Because, why have that not go to the... That didn't make any sense.
And this is Andy from Plum Deluxe.
Yes.
And I know we had someone think that was Andy's Teas because we kept saying Andy.
Andy.
It wasn't the person's fault. It was our fault. We kept
No, we
saying
weren't
Andy's
clear.
Tea. It's Andy's Tea, but it's called Plum Deluxe.
Yeah, that's
And,
his company's name is Plum
Yeah,
Deluxe.
and in case for those of you who watch us for a fair amount of time but don't realize it, we're not plugging him for anything except that we like it. Okay.
Right. We don't get any cuts.
No, we don't.
No
get
free tea.
No free
nothing,
tea.
Nothing like that.
Darn.
Man, we aren't very good about brokering a deal, are we?
No. We like it, so we plug it. Okay.
Yep.
What do you have?
Okay, so I have shockingly Plum Deluxe tea. Shocking.
Yes, Kay and
Although I
Dan,
do sometimes drink
do.
Simpson and Vale.
And I sometimes do Leaf and Vine, which is down in the center of town for us.
I do have one of theirs, but when they were at the other name, it was
Vine and Leaf, Leaf and Vine is what they're called.
well, when they were at the other company, but they took
Right,
over from
right.
them. I have a couple of theirs, the rose hearts that are shaped like
Yeah,
hearts.
so we do like to frequent our local one if we can. Ours is holding on right now. I hope they continue to hold on through this
You said
pandemic.
hopefully they're doing deliveries.
They're doing online drop pickup, and
Oh, that's amazing.
they are open now too for people to come in.
So it sounds like maybe they're going to survive.
I
it.
hope so.
So this is Plum Deluxe tea, creme brulee, gray black tea. Treat yourself like royalty. Black tea, orange peel, jasmine flowers, blue cornflower, bergamot oil, vanilla essence, love, and gratitude. Wanteth thou a taste?
Yes. What is that again?
Creme brulee, gray black tea.
Gray black? What's gray black?
It's black with this little shade of gray to it.
Shade of gray.
Only shades of gray. Wow. Davina's fault. I don't even like
I'm glad I
that
gave
song
it.
that
I'm
much.
glad I gave this to you because
Is it too strong for you?
it's just not quite up my alley. It's a little smoky.
Smoky. Yeah, and I tend to like smoky teas.
I gave her mine because I have some. In fact, I'll give you my open one too.
Okay.
I just don't care for the smoky ones. You know.
Whereas I tend to like a smoky tea. Are you gonna let me taste yours?
Oh sure.
You're just like, I'll take a taste of your tea and bash it, but I'm not gonna share.
I didn't bash anything. Andy makes great tea. I just don't care for that one.
This one's good.
Yes, it is. It's one of my favorites.
If I do have some, you're not getting it.
What?
Well, I said if I had some, I was going to go and give it to you, but I'm like, oh, never
Oh,
mind.
right,
I changed
right,
my
right,
mind.
right,
If
right,
I do
right,
have some,
right.
I'm keeping it because that is good.
It is good.
It's got a little bite to it.
But the one that you were talking about giving me was not this one. It was hazelnut chai.
Well, yeah, I
I
am.
mean, not
talking-
hazelnut chai.
Yeah. The
Chocolate hazelnut
Chocolate
dessert.
hazelnut. And I was talking about it, but I'm kind of hemming hawing because it's a nut one, and I tend to love my nut ones.
And we do, like we do with yarn, we tend to trade off the teas as well. If
Yeah.
We, you know,
well,
if we-
taste change,
yeah.
or she drinks the dessert teas more than I do, whereas I tend towards a bit of a smoky black tea.
I think the ones we share are things like happy hour, which is kind of a fruity kind of thing. I call it the lime and the coconut.
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of stuff. And we do share Lady Grey and Irish breakfast, but I just gave her a couple because I'm not drinking it right now.
And well, you don't drink the chamomile as much as I do.
But I do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on here. Toy Along is coming up. So we're going to go into what is currently happening for us for Alongs. We have the PHN Charity Cal Lao, and we have about, let's see, one more. I think we have one more podcast before we pull, because we're going to pull for prizes at the end of October 1st. So it'll be that podcast, the first one in October, where we'll tell the winners of the third quarter and of the end of the Tours versus Hair and
I can't believe we're already coming to that.
I know Tours versus Hair, and what's the other one we're doing? Charity Long and
It's
Cardiac
dysautonomia.
dysautonomia. Yeah. So anyway, this one anyway though goes for a year, and it's close to the third quarter end because it's
And the charity along, not the other.
and the
two
Charity
we named.
Long. Yes, it's 2 weeks or so, give or take, because today's what, the 21st. So actually,
Yes.
it's about 2 weeks, give or take, and this started January 1st and it goes through December 31st. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, Previous whips are allowed but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures are all on the same thread. All charity projects will be accepted, but our featured things are baby items, Brittany's dishcloths, but they have to go to Brittany, okay? Not her patterns. She doesn't have a pattern as far as I know. If you're sending them to her to distribute by her charities, okay? So you have baby items, her dishcloths, Hat Not Hate if that's still going on, any Franciscan Gypsy design, any Laura Concert design, my one shawl, anything in my yarn or in Lollipop Girl yarn, that's Laura Concert, in a finished object. Those things are all eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object. And if you use one of the featured yarns with a featured pattern for the FO, you get 3 chances at a prize, but you have to do your own multiple posting, okay?
No one's got time for that.
Yes, I got time like that. Mm-mm. Okay, now,
You've seen the meme, right?
I don't remember. I can't be bothered with memes right now. Okay, so hashtag PHN2020 on Instagram if you'd like to share. That would be great. All right, the prizes for the 3rd quarter. We have a Lefty set of yarn donated by Mama C.
It's
which
super pretty.
It's really pretty. And 2 skeins of Mama Llama yarn.
I coveted that Lefty set.
2 skeins of Mama Llama yarn in the Nile colorway donated by Mariette a long time
correctly,
ago.
The Nile colorway is very much your colors.
It's very pretty. Yes, it's something that I'm like, it has to go. Thankfully, I think it's a sport. It has to go because it was donated for that. Okay, so you guys are getting that. 2 of you guys, well,
you know what you're saying.
1 gets each. You know what I'm saying. You're used to me, okay?
And if you don't know what she's saying, go figure it out.
Yes. Yes, ask somebody. We have wonderful moderators and translators for stuff. Okay.
And when we do the prize drop, people will know what we
Yes.
mean because it'll be apparent.
Self-evident.
Thanks is the word I was looking for.
Yes,
But
okay.
I couldn't pull evident out of my mind, so I replaced it.
Cardiac dysautonomia. Okay, this is one of our 3-monthers. Okay, most of our alongs are for 3 months. The only one, we have 1 during the year that's all year. All
We
the rest,
like long alongs.
yes, because it gives you more time to finish things and have chances at prizes, and you don't have to be stressed.
Yeah, we don't like being stressed when we're doing alongs, so why would we want you all to be
Right.
be stressed?
So this one runs, and the rules are essentially the same. I'm going to tell you what's different for the most part. I may overlap a little bit, but what's different, okay? This one is only from July 1st through September 30th, so you only have about 10 or 12 days left on this, okay? And this, let's see, it's hashtag PHNCDA2020 on Instagram, and the featured patterns and such, okay, the caveat for this along, because it's cardiac and dysautonomia, designs must be predominantly reds, pinks, blues, teals, black or white. And by teals, I'm talking about, blue, greens, turquoise, that kind of color, more blue than green if possible, because those are the colors for cardiac and dysautonomia, okay? The zebras for dysautonomia, for things that are unusual and not often seen. Blues, teals, turquoise, that kind of color are the colors for dysautonomia, and then reds and pinks for cardiac, okay? Predominantly those colors, please. Featured patterns, my one pattern, Talia's patterns, and Laura's patterns, my yarn, Laura's yarns, featured. 2 chances at a prize for the finished object if you're using one of those things for the finished object. If you're using the yarn and a featured pattern, it's 3 chances at a prize for the finished object. You're responsible for all your multiple postings.
Responsible me?
Responsible me?
Quote.
Yes, it is a quote. It's a reference. I know
Reference.
exactly what it is. Yes. Okay, and Laura's yarns is the Lollipop Girl yarns, and mine is Lady Vertical Creations. Talia's patterns are Franciscan Gypsy's designs. My one pattern is under Lady Vertical
Oh, I
Creations.
forgot to grab my business cards.
And Laura's under Lollipop Girl yarns, and I think she's just Laura Concert designs for her patterns. Now, the prizes, we have a skein of Dragonfly Fibers Dejini sock in the golden pear color. That's a pretty color. And 2 skeins of Euroflax 100% wet spun linen sport weight in the charcoal colorway. And that's really pretty. It's an unusual yarn. I've never seen anything quite like it. I think it would make a great market bag or something. Very sturdy. I'm not sure I would wear it close to the skin necessarily.
But your mileage may vary.
Yep. Very pretty yarn. So, Tortoise versus Hare is the next one, and Tortoise versus Hare is not our baby. We have been graciously asked to co-host, and we said yes. We've been doing it since the inception. This is Laura Concerts, a Crocheting Whovians baby, and we're co-hosting with her along with B-Wing, who is Brittany, okay? And our rules may vary. You just have to check out the groups. For all of these, you have to be a member of the group in which you are participating. Okay, that's just kind of a no-brainer, but just to be clear for people who are new. See here, this runs July 1st through September 1st, and they could, for all of these that I've mentioned so far, the projects could have been started at any time. They just have to be worked on during the time period. They don't have to be finished. They just have to be worked on. It'd be great if they were finished, because then you get double chance at prizes if you're using featured
Right.
patterns and yarns.
But at least work.
Yeah. One whip per project per week in the FO whenever it's finished. I don't think I said that. So,
Because not everyone has the time to finish things.
right.
That they
Now,
might have the ability to work on.
this is anything bunny and or turtle related, and if you can make my yarn, my patterns, Taya's patterns, Laura's yarn or Laura's patterns fit that theme, then they are eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the one and 3 chances at a prize for the yarn and the pattern together. Okay, so it's just the same as always, all right? So that takes care of that. Laura has donated a mini skein set in her, that's like so totally rad, neon set. And it can be either fingering or DK, the winner's choice. And that's Lollipop Girl yarns. And we have also a cake of Stroll gradient yarn in the color Kale Yeah, which is kind of a gradating green, really pretty. All right, and I don't remember who donated that, but as always, we're very, very grateful
Yes.
to our donators, because some of the stuff was donated far back, and then some of it came in a flurry, and we kind of just put everything away. I think it was Christina, but it might have been Rena. I'm not sure.
Right, because we got a lot of things at
we're
one time.
Very, very grateful for those.
They
Thank
seem
you.
to cluster,
Yeah, yeah.
and we are grateful.
We couldn't give out the prizes we do without their generosity.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I guess that takes us into... I want to thank Sylvie before I forget. Sylvie, thank you for taking the time to answer our question about the VAT and, and shipping. Her understanding, my understanding from what she said was, if it's under a certain amount, then you put as a gift, they don't have to worry about VAT, but of course shipping is what it is. Okay.
It still exists.
So we'll play it by ear with people who are overseas, what kind of gift they would get if they win a prize.
Right.
Okay. So thank you, Sylvie.
Did I say 7 or 8 projects? for
7.
me? Okay, I couldn't remember.
That doesn't mean that you don't have 8, but all right, let me get started here.
Thanks, Mom. That's not helpful.
Well, I mean, I do that all the time. All right, let me see what my first one is here. Moving on into projects. Okay. I only did a tiny bit of work on this. In my Mama C owl bag, that's Christina, in case you're wondering. She made this for me because she loves my owls. She made one, if I remember correctly, she made it for a prize, a smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved it so much that she messaged me saying, how about we do a trade? So I gave her some yarn and she gave me this. She made it for me and I just love it. So here's September, all finished shell, and all the pieces are finished except for the head. I'm still working on October.
She doesn't have a head?
She doesn't have a head. She has all her pieces except her head. And this is October, who just has to finish the shell and then I have to do the head. So this is October.
We've got not headless horsemen, but headless turtles.
Yes. So
Perfect for October.
This is the bottom of October here, her shell. And I think I'm getting ready to decrease. Let me see. No, I'm still increasing. Where am I at? Yeah, I'm still increasing. I have to add the other color though in a little bit here. So I like this. This is Dragonfly Fibers. This is just a gorgeous color. I wish I had more of it. Isn't it beautiful? Dragonfly Fibers?
Yes, it's gorgeous.
And-
Sheaf, right?
Sheaf is, yeah, I think we said it was sheaf. Let me see. Yes. And Marigold Jen in the fresh, that's the green on the bottom of September. And then this gold that is going to be the bottom of October is Madeline Tosh And liquid gold. Ty gave me this.
And that's from the original design for the first Biddy.
And if I finish this and have leftover, which I probably will, she'll get this back because it's Mad Tosh. And
Right. I really, really love Mad Tosh, which is why I designed a toy turtle out of Mad Tosh. I think I shocked and horrified people.
yes, I can think of a couple people
Yes.
specifically. We just do what we do.
Yes.
All right.
And I like the color of Mad Tosh.
In my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag is
Not
my...
Donald Duck?
No, I don't like Donald Duck. My
Wow,
colorful...
hurtful.
Well, he's always yelling at people. He's better than Daffy, though.
Yeah,
Daffy's mean.
mean. Yeah.
At least Donald, he's got a temper tantrum, and then he's done.
Right. It's more that he has a quick fuse.
Yeah. Okay, this is my Show Off Boomerang This is Colorful Birds Wrap from the Show Off Boomerang pattern by April Klitsch. No, I haven't changed it yet. This still is what it is. Because apparently now I want to work on it. So, Ty is very disappointed.
I am, not because I even wanted to own the Cerebell. I just think it'd be so gorgeous as a Cerebell that I'm disappointed that it's not a Cerebell.
Yeah, that's my pattern, my go-to pattern.
Because in my head, I can see how absolutely magnificent it'd be as a Cerebell.
See my little teddy bear stitch marker that Maureen gave me? That's, what's her... Oh, I can't think of it. I had it. What's her podcast? Maureen.
I didn't want her as much as you did.
It'll come to me. She's got an Etsy shop, and
I can see the colors.
yeah, I can see everything. I just can't remember it right now. And I had it on the tip of my tongue. But anyway,
Yeah, I
She-
didn't watch her often enough to keep
she-
it.
she gave it to me. She's the same person who did my original ball bands.
Mom, I'm Sherlock Holmes. I get rid of the things that are not.
Yeah, they're not necessary.
It's like the planet, number of planets.
Isn't that pretty how that works up? It's so pretty. The yarn is Test Designer Yarns, Superwash Merino Worsted, and this was a huge skein of worsted. I'm talking Miss Babs size worsted. Okay, so it's really nice. And Tiny got me this for Mother's Day years ago.
From Maryland Sheep.
Maryland Sheep and Wool, yeah.
I think was it the first year I went to Maryland? No, it was the second year.
I don't know.
Because I'd
It was
already
the first time we went to that shop, though.
No, because I bought mini skeins from Tess previously.
Okay.
Because for a while she was my go-to mini skein person for my blanket. But then A, I stopped going to Maryland, and then B, after a while I had all her colors.
Yeah.
So she what's kind of fun now, if you've sensory issues, it might not be so fun for you, but her skeins have a aroma of roses.
Yeah.
So when you unskein them to ball them up or whatever for your project, you get this whiff of roses through the air. It confused me the first time I got it. I was like, I'm smelling roses. Why am I smelling roses? The first time I noticed it was on Feast of St. Rosalima. But
Now it's bothering me. I can't think of her name.
yeah, it's like, I know it's like. Okay, so my.
I know that Rena or somebody's out there saying, blah, 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 blah.
It's like right there.
It's not like I didn't do a lot with her at that one time. She used to do alongs with us and everything.
Okay, so this, you're going to remember in the middle of me talking is what's going to happen. My first project is Bunnies Forever, which is my Bunny Love Cow, designed by me. Okay, heads up, everything I'm working on is designed by me, because I'm that obnoxious person that, well, you know, I design things I like, so I tend to work on my designs. It's a lot less expensive once I've written the design. I don't have to go and buy designs. I can just use my written one, and it's exactly what I like. So
And she knows how everything works.
right, there's no surprises for me. So this is Bunnies Forever. I am using Mom's Silver Bells with some sparkle. It's leftover from something.
Do you think his hat, maybe?
Her hat and mitts.
Yeah.
Wait, it was mitts and yeah, because I ran out towards the end of the mitts, so I had enough for a hat. So I was like, oh, I'll be able to take that, thank you. And then this here is the rodeo colorway for Dragonfly. And initially it started with the red, and then I realized if I did that, my bunnies would be red, and red bunnies kind of creep me out. So I wanted sparkly silver bunnies. So I had restarted it, and I'm just now in the bunnies. You could start seeing the silver popping up for the bunnies. The hearts are done, and what's really cool is that every section with a lot of hearts has red hearts. So it's like it's perfect. This one's gonna obviously be my. Actually, I kept the other one too. It's over here. I had it just in case. I don't know why I thought I'd wear it on the podcast. I always get hot on the podcast, but I had it here. I'll probably wear it later today. Sometimes I still get like the temperature's dropped here, so I'm actually feeling a little cold, which is awesome. I haven't felt cold in so long.
Yeah, it's been nice here. I mean, yesterday morning it was 38 degrees when we got up. And today when I went out to do curbside pickup for a grocery with my husband, I actually had to wear a jacket.
And when I'm referencing I haven't been cold so long, I'm not just talking about the weather here. I have temperature regulation issues, so I tend to run hot now. So to be cold is amazing.
Yeah. And I've been chilly the last few days in the house, so, are you flushing a little?
I can't tell because I have sunglasses.
I have trouble telling with Talia when she's wearing this because it's red, so it's hard to tell.
I could be.
I think you're flushing a little bit.
Well, I'm podcasting it generally. I definitely do flush during the podcast.
Just be careful about it. Okay, so my next one is in my Knitting Magic large lavender flowers on a dark field bag. Knitter's Magic is our local yarn shop. It's in Winchester. It's about 25 minutes away. And she's still going strong. I'm so excited for her. In fact, she contacted me. I have to talk to her to see what she wants. So I will be calling you, Laura. Okay? This is the bag I got from her. And you guys haven't seen this in a while. I had to stop.
I like her bag. My bag's better.
That I
got from the same shop.
Shush. I got to a point with this where I needed to switch yarn. I didn't have enough balled up, so I didn't want to play around with it. So this is...
I haven't done this in years.
Stop it because it hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does it hurt down here?
No.
Okay, good.
It's just tender everywhere, so... This is...
You need to get that checked out.
It's just stuff.
We'll have this argument later. Again.
So this is the border, okay? And this is a very simple 5410. 5410 Studio is wonderful. I absolutely love them. I've never finished anything of theirs. I love them. I have almost all their patterns up to a point where I lost track of them because we left where they put their patterns, and I don't always see them on Instagram. But they are fantastic. I absolutely do love them. They are very quick to get back to you if you need something from them.
That's always nice.
Yeah, I do. I really like 5410. And they have free stuff. And they regularly have sales. And they just... Yes, I love them. So this is just a garter stitch part of it, okay? I'm getting ready to do the simple, different stuff on here. And this is just my Bare Necessities yarn because I wanted to do kind of an heirloom-looky kind of thing, even though it's a very simple pattern. It's not lace or anything. It's just very simple. But there's something about a cream, off-white kind of baby blanket that makes me think of...
It's classy.
Yeah, it makes me think heirloom. And so that's what this is.
Because, eventually in my head it'll turn like that, old yellowy color that all antique-y things eventually turn. Like antique lace.
Do I need to do the...
How many...
I had 10 and you had 7, so I think
I think you might have to do one.
This is the last time I have to do both, I think. Okay. This is our classic PHN. This is our... What was our 5-year anniversary? No.
No, it wasn't that late.
I think it was when we hit a certain number of members.
I think it was, too. It was fairly early.
It was fairly early that we got. This is our first bag. That was
USA
for us. No, first that was us that we had it made. So this is
a big deal.
Yeah. This is the shawl I'm making for Talia. This is the...
Do you think it was 100 members?
I don't remember.
No, the yarn was 100 members.
A Taste of Autumn shawl project by Anastasia... from the Scrap Shawl project by Anastasia Zattel. And this... I didn't work a whole lot on this, but I did work some. So, I think I finally figured out what I'm going to be doing now that... Boy, it's getting big. Can you see it? I can't see because I'm looking
You're a
through
little
it.
high. Are you just trying to show the bottom?
Yeah, I was trying to show the bottom. Can you see?
Yeah, they can see.
Okay, it is huge.
And I
Is-
like them huge.
Yeah.
I like
so-
big shells, and I cannot lie.
Alright, so. See, oops. See, it's nice. It really is very nice.
Because then sometimes you just don't want to wear a sweater when you
Right.
just
So-
don't.
And this is a little heavier than the one I did for Crystal. Crystal was in a sport weight, and I used a sport weight, but I used bigger hook
For hers.
for hers.
And I don't like things quite as airy.
It was very nice. I love the way hers feels. So this one, I'm hoping to finish this soon, but things just between the retreat and things going on and just not
Life happens. It's okay.
happened. Yeah, I just didn't. I just didn't. So
Well, it's kind of like my
It'll get finished.
other Dobbinwood. Yeah, Dobbinwood. It's just sitting there.
it'll get finished when it gets finished.
Yeah, it'll happen when it happens. So, I showed this one already. So next will be in my. Now I actually might have to put on a sweater because I've got ice packs on to try to produce the flare.
Produce the flare.
We're trying to mitigate it.
Reduce the flare.
What do you think I said?
You said produce the
I
flare.
said reduce.
Sound like you said produce.
No, I'm trying to reduce to mitigate the flare by wearing the ice packs. But now I'm getting a little chilly, so I'm going to put on a sweater. I don't want to remove this necessarily. But this is...
Oh, you make good progress on that.
so first of all, this is in my Oops, the Bunny Silver Shred USA bag. Davina did the artwork. This is Purple Mosaic Bunny Butt Dishcloth. The Bunny Butt Dishcloth is a design by me. Fairly recent design, actually. It was my last one released.
Stephanie, she does her weekly thing, and so I don't know what day it is, but I look for it because she goes boom 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 boom, and they're all bunny butt, bunny butt, bunny butt, bunny butt, bunny butt.
Is she the one who's lefty?
Stephanie, are you lefty?
One of my testers was a lefty, so her bunny ear points the other direction.
Stephanie, are you the lefty? I don't know.
Um,
She's sweet. She's a pistol. I love her.
So there is the beginning of the bunny's butt. Right there. Next row, I think I start adding the tail.
Very cute.
So I'm back to where the chart is, because I was confusing myself, because with the last one, my darker color was where the lighter color in the chart was, and the lighter color is where the darker color in the chart was. So I frequently, if I was not really fully awake, mess it up and have to go back and fix it. Now I match. My dark color is where the dark is, and the light color is where the light is. So I don't confuse myself.
Very nice.
I actually prefer it to be that way anyway. So it'll be a dark bunny
Popping out.
popping out, yes. And I'm actually this is Dishy. Not Dishy. Yeah, Dishy.
Dishy.
Dishy by Knit Picks. No, I don't remember the color. Oh, they're right here.
Looks like grape ape or something. Grape aid. Lilac and grape, maybe.
We'll see.
Lavender.
Mulberry,
That's this one probably.
the darker one, yeah,
Yeah.
probably. And then I have 3 different ones in here. Well, that's not that one. That's from the other one. Lilac Mist. It does. That sounds about right. Mulberry and Lilac Mist. So
Very pretty.
yes. And I had wanted to do a purple one because I could just see it in my mind's eye. I'll probably, I have a green and yellow, which I'll probably do. And then I want to do the purple and yellow. So there's combinations that I can do.
Right.
And then, of course, I have all the other colors I already had.
Okay. Victorian Studio.
That's right. You knew it would come to you eventually.
That's Maureen. I kept thinking it was yarn something, but no, it's Victorian Studio.
Well, it's like it was sitting it would wave and then run away, and then wave and run away.
The thing is, I could see the
Oh.
logo. I could see the Harry Potter stuff, all the stuff in her shop, in her little dye studio and all that. Victorian Studio. She has an Etsy shop.
I don't
Really
know if
pretty
she's still
things.
podcasting.
I don't know if she's still podcasting, but she does have an Etsy shop. I think she still has her Etsy shop. So anyway,
Not up to date.
me either. All right, my next project is in my PHN Chameleon bag, and this is a 5-year. You can see the 5 on here. There. This is a 5-year marker, and we did the kit for the 5-year. The artwork was by my husband. The pattern was by Talia. The bag was by Ann Brody, and the yarn was by me. So we had a fun collaboration.
It was a very fun collaboration.
And I did a little bit of work on this. So
I don't
this
want
one
to
should
quite
be.
wear this sweater. Let me layer in other ways.
Not a whole lot, but some. So
I think I will do.
this is
yeah.
kind of a masculine scarf, I guess. But I don't know. I think a redhead would look really pretty in this.
I think you're right.
But anyway, so this is it's curling a little bit, but this one will probably be going to charity. Once you start
Well, I
wrapping
know that
around.
Davina has a bunch of scarves that she wants to give Brittany when we do a Brittany delivery.
And this one might go to that as well. We'll see.
Maybe that'll take care of a little bit of the chill without necessarily having to put on a full sweater, because I don't really want to put on a full sweater.
Your
I think
turn.
I get hot.
Your turn.
Hang on, I'm fixing my bunny. This is the one that I'm knitting right now, except in different colors. I've been wanting to wear this, so there. And if I need something, I can put a shawl on for my arms. But I'm hoping this will warm me up just enough. I'm trying to do it a little more cleverly. Okay. So, and this is also loose enough that even with my tendency, like if I have too much close to my neck,
Right.
I get like, oh, I'm too hot or whatever, because it's not tight. I can pull it down. It's not like the t-shirt collars where no matter how much you pull it, it just pops right back
Right.
up and like hits you right here. This is fine. It's like a what's it called?
Cowlick.
A cowlick, and I like cowlick.
That's why it's called a cowl.
That yes, I'm smart.
SMRT.
Yes,
That is a reference.
I just want to fix it so it doesn't catch on my cow, because I like my cow.
Jesus, it's turned around backwards.
Okay. I don't think I made any there. Okay, good. Because I don't want it to catch on the Velcro. Okay. Not sure if there might be one other project I can show. Oh, I didn't grab one in my bag. Oh, I didn't work on that. Okay, good. Thought I didn't grab a bag. I said, no! Okay, so the last one I can physically show you because all the other ones are secret.
Secret.
In my Ravelry tote, I use my totes a lot actually because I need bigger bags a lot. Just don't want to roast this.
Stop fiddling.
I can fiddle if I want to.
Stop fiddling.
I can fiddle if I want to.
Fiddle you.
Just don't do it while Rome burns. Although that's actually a just a legend. He didn't fiddle while Rome burned. Apparently he actually organized like fire brigades and stuff.
Who?
Nero.
Not fire brigades.
Well, the equivalent of, they went to try to put out the fires. He provided relief.
Nero? He's the one who set him on fire.
No, he didn't. That's a rumor. The reason why there's a rumor of that, they don't know how the fires started. Fires started a lot in Rome.
Right.
Fires would start nightly.
Well, I'm thinking about the people he burned.
No, he did burn the Christians
Yeah.
as torches in his
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were
But
talking about.
no. When they talk about him fiddling on Rome, they're talking about the Great Fire that took out like a good portion of the city.
Yeah.
And he made the bad political move of deciding to put his palace there, so people then believed that he set those places on fire just so he could put his palace there. He just wasn't very good politically, and he wasn't a great ruler anyway. But he didn't actually set it on fire.
Well, yeah. There's no definite proof either way.
Just other actions that he had done don't really jive with the fact that he, wanted everything burned down. Anyway, but he just wasn't very smart in the way he handled it. Anyway, Swift the Kitty. This is my Brat the Kitten pattern, designed by me, and as you can see, I actually didn't get terribly far. The body's a little bit farther along. I think it was like down here somewhere. And
Better keep that down a little bit because she's wandering around.
oh, is she?
I think so. I thought I heard something.
And the muzzle's in here somewhere, but there's no muzzle. So slowly but surely. I mean, this is small. It'll work up fast.
Yep.
I just have to, actually work on it. I probably should do that during the podcast in all reality.
You want to keep your stitches and how many you're increasing and all that.
Well, I'm not on increases anymore. Let me make sure. But I'm pretty sure I think I'm just on my straightaway. In which case, this is the perfect time to do it. Although if I can work on color work while we're podcasting, I should be able to do increases. Yeah, I'm just on straightaway.
Oh.
So let me clamp this off and at least work through my straightaway.
Okay, my next one is, I can show the Pesty Westy, right?
Is that the migraine?
Yeah.
Yes, you can show that.
Okay, in my Silver Shed Davina's Owl bag, 'cause I had to switch out projects because Talia's shawl wouldn't fit in here anymore. Davina's artwork, Anne's bag, is the Pesty Westy baby blanket from the Migraine Baby Blanket by Talia. And I did about, I don't know, not a whole lot on this. I thought I had a marker on here. Oh, I do. Yeah, I do. You can see I only did about 2 rows. I couldn't focus on doing more than one thing for very long.
It happens.
So it's just like, okay, I just do a little bit. But it's moving along. It's really pretty. I love this color.
It is a pretty color.
It's just, the thing about acrylic, though, is it's hard to get the bumps out and things. So it's just,
Well, that's why I don't like doing color work in acrylic, because color work tends to bunch a little bit until you block it.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're doing well with your tension, it does tend to, if you have like only one stitch of one color in between a section, it tends to bunch in that area. So if you can't block it, you can't fix that.
this might be like a lovey instead of a, it might be a little smaller even than you originally intended because I might run out of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's fine. It'll be somebody will like it as a
Even if it's just baby doll.
as a binky or as a baby blanket or whatever. It was a
binky.
binky. I'm not sure. I've heard binky used.
Isn't it just a British term for a lovey?
I think it's I'm not sure if it's a pacifier or if it's a baby lovey. So somebody
This really
will know.
goes well with my shirt.
I mean, if you just say so yourself. Your turn.
I'm just saying the color wise.
Your turn.
This is Mad Tosh, by the way.
Your turn.
I know it's my turn. I was speaking. Okay, so
Speak.
let me scroll down. So time to show bags. Ah, don't fall. No folly, no folly. Okay.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, before I go into this, I meant to do this at the top of the podcast, but I forgot. Not this. This.
Oh.
So, with I've had a little more time to do some designing, and I needed a pair of size 7s. And I had these and I needed the yarn. In the I was doing a second migraine. I was like, well, I don't need to be working a migraine baby blanket right now. If I want to cast it on later, I can do so, but I need the yarn. So when I went to pull this pair of needles out, I grabbed by the tip like I normally do because they should be sturdy. It completely came off. And it didn't come off like you had a join, and actually this isn't interchangeable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, there it is. So it didn't come off where it like untwisted from the join. The whole thing came off the cable, and I can't put it back on. It doesn't fit anymore. It's too wide. And
Call from Northwestern CO.
Excuse me.
I'll just cut this out. Okay, so we are back.
Sorry about that. Had to take that call. Was to make a telephone conference for Davina for her medical checkup type thing. Check-in, I guess is what you call it.
Well, it's helps her manage like her
meds and things.
her meds and stuff like that.
So we had that, took care of that. We're back. Okay. So we're
She's not physically sick or anything.
No, just to maintain.
Yeah.
So where are we at? Are you done with yours? Am I doing mine?
I just finished this one because I was like, I'll start working on it because I should do that, and then the phone rang.
Okay,
So it's your
turn.
Oh wait, let me think. No,
It's your turn.
I was talking about the needles,
Right.
and it's my turn to show a bag.
Right.
But I was saying is what happened was I pulled these out by the tip, and the tip came off the cable. And there's no way to fix it. I tried fitting it back in, like, well, maybe I can glue it back in.
I wonder if Daddy could fix it.
You can't. It won't fit back in.
Yeah, that's really. If they probably had it compressed somehow.
Yeah, and it's just like you
Yeah.
can see, like, it doesn't go back in.
Yeah.
So that is the Hiya Hiya interchangeables. So I'm not very happy with them. I didn't like their cable anyway. It was a really pretty package. I wanted to try it, and I still have some that are fine. I can still use that needle at least. I just can't use the cable.
Yeah, because it broke on the join.
Right. It didn't break the needle itself.
The join is. Where's the join? Oh, it's here.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Well, where's the join though?
Right.
Okay.
You see there's the line.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I can unattach it. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I would get something else besides my hand.
I don't care for the interchangeables.
I like interchangeables. Like, I prefer now the fixed ones, but sometimes it's nice to have an interchangeable if you have a needle size, but not the cable size you need.
Yeah.
But so I like to have a good variety. But I'm very unhappy with these high interchangeables. I do have several brands besides ChowGood. I have the Hayas, and I have the
I have the Nitpicks.
Nitpicks. I thought I had maybe one other, just because sometimes I just run out of the size I need, so I had to go into my backup.
I can't remember if my ChowGoods are my set is fixed or if it's interchangeable. I can't remember.
I don't know if you ever got an interchangeable set for them.
I don't know.
Maybe you did.
No.
But
I have to check. They're in there.
so I'm gonna throw this over here, but then just show you the bag, because everything else is bags from here because it's designs in progress. This is my nursing caps on a pale field bag, and this is a design in progress.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay, you haven't seen this one in a while. This is my
I
Chronically
don't
cro-
like how close that is to the heater.
chronically crocheting bag that Crystal gave to me. Isn't that awesome? She made it for me.
Excuse
This
me.
is I finished my dishcloth. No, I'm working on a dishcloth.
Which is it?
Finished both, but I'll show the other one later.
Hang on, I need to
Okay.
get up and move that.
So-
That was too close to the heater, and I'm afraid of.
This is in Dishy, and it's mint. This will be going to Brittany. So this is, I think this is called mint. I'm not going to look for my thing. It doesn't matter. It looks like mint to me. So you're knocking all my
I'm sorry.
toys over.
I just don't want this so close to the heater. It makes me nervous. I threw it the wrong direction.
Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat was
MPKC.
not pleased.
She's never pleased.
She resents that remark.
But Felicia, on the other hand, is like, wee!
So it's like Hawkeye and Bucky.
That was such a great comic.
It's a comic
It's
reference.
called Tales of Suspense, Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Love it.
Love it so much.
And if you only have your only exposure to Bucky and Hawkeye is the movie, you're not gonna
Yeah, they're
get
not like their movie counterparts.
it. Okay, so this is what I'm working on. This is a dish, and I think the colorway is mint.
Mint,
So,
mint, mint.
mint.
It says every
No,
single
it's
time.
not yours. Mint. Okay. There. So that's
He's
that.
licking his mint over there.
Yes. And pouting at me. Okay, so that takes care of that one.
Okay, so
I love this
let me
bag
see what bag I show next.
so much.
Not that it super matters. It's just going to be showing you a bag. It doesn't matter what order I show you the bags in. It's not like I can tell you the titles of what
Yeah.
it is. So, let me move my hats here. Move my mitts.
Just to show that she was working on something.
Yeah. Oh, so this one is... Come here. Bye.
This is soft. Just like mine is soft too.
So this is my Knitter's Magic brown bag.
Mhm.
And this is one of my new designs in progress. I can say there's a baby blanket. So...
Very cool. All right.
Apparently, when I'm having a bad light sensitivity day, that's when I design baby blankets. Because I will sit there in almost complete darkness and write out a baby blanket pattern
Which is good for
to be
me.
typed out later. And
that's-
usually they tend to be fairly simple because in my headachy light sensitivity mode, all I want to do is knit something simple, so I'm designing simple things.
Yay for me.
So Mom is always very delighted when that comes out of one of
I don't
those
not
things.
delighted that she's getting a migraine, but you know, I can't show you this one. I'll show you the bag. In my large M&M's bag, this is my Turtle Tracks blanket.
Tracks.
Yeah, and it's a design that Talia will show you well, I don't know if she's going to show you that or not. But when it goes into testing, when it's finished testing, I can show you it, but I can't.
Yeah, 'cause it's still in progress.
It's a
thing.
It's a thing.
So in my beep beep beep.
Beep 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 beep. How many do you have left?
You gotta have the full beep 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 beep.
How many do you have left?
Oh no. Wait, yes I do. 2?
Okay, good.
Let me make sure. Yeah, it looks like 2.
Okay, good. That's what I have left too.
Yes, it's 2. Because I only worked on 4 designs this week. I had to think about it for a second. So, in my Mama C tutor bag,
Isn't it pretty?
and
And that's Christina.
that was Christina. This is another baby blanket pattern. Now this one has been in progress in the works for a little while. It's just that when I had the baby blanket of doom to work on and focus on, this could not get any attention.
Right.
So, excuse me.
Excuse you.
People will be able to see the all this progress of stuff in bags on
Zoom.
the Zoom, because I know they're going to want to see it then because they can actually chat about it. But also, we tend to show that kind of thing on our Fun Live, which you could chat in the comments.
Right.
But we're doing our first Zoom for
Patreons.
on Friday around 10:30 if people are
Available
who are Patreons.
Yep.
So we're excited about that. This is our first time doing that.
Yes. Patty, mark your calendar.
Yes.
Because she likes to do that, and I want to make sure she's awake for it.
At least it's 10:30.
Yes, it's a little later. So,
Well, because we kept running a smidge late, and I don't do late well. I tend to freak out.
okay. Now, my next one I haven't worked on in a while. This is my Not Cozy Memories blanket project from the Crochet Granny Square tutorial by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. Okay, so
I haven't said that in a while, simply because I don't work on
let's see here.
non-me patterns that much.
Okay, so this is the one I'm working on right now. I love this color. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if you can see it.
I can barely see it.
I might have a bigger one.
Oh, okay, now it's lowered a bit. I can see it
This
now.
is the color.
Oh, that is pretty. What is that?
It's Malabrigo.
It's not quite as vibrant as I like, but I can see that it's pretty.
Malabrigo Rios in the what color this is? I don't know.
It's something like vegetable.
No dye lot colorway. No, I don't know what color this is. It's
Give me-
green.
Gush, gush, gush.
It
has to have it written somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, wait, they usually have it written on here. Oh, well, ivy.
Ivy. Okay.
I knew it had to be some sort of vegetable. And by vegetable, like in the plant,
Vegetable.
in the animal, mineral, vegetable.
You mean a plant?
But they usually say, was it vegetable, animal, mineral?
Yeah.
And vegetable included plants. So that's
All
what I
right.
was saying.
Now, so you guys have already seen these. Okay, I have these. Whoops. Okay, I have these. And then I'm kind of going into finished objects with some of these because I finished a couple of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know why. So I've got these here. The one that goes with it is this one, which I finished while I was doing podcasts or retreat or whatever. And then I did these as well. So you got the blue one, and then 2 of these, and then 2 of these. So I was busy with these.
Busy.
Busy.
Where's my other stitch?
And I have a whole bunch of yarn. I'm not sure how big this is actually going to turn out to be, but right now I'm just having fun. Ha! Mark your calendars, put it in your diary. I'm having fun doing squares.
Where's my other
I think the
locking
world
stitch
is
marker?
stopped. I'm enjoying squares. So that takes care of that.
Hold the presses.
Hold the presses. What are you doing?
I'm looking for my other locking stitch marker. I can't find it.
You lost it. You better not have lost it.
Didn't lose it. I just can't find it.
There's a difference. I don't know if there's that much of it here. Just take this one so we can get on with the podcast.
I mean, we tend to trade these back and forth. Thank you. And if I find my orange one, I'll let you have this back. I just don't know where it went. Okay, sorry. It's my turn, isn't it?
Yes.
Did I mark off my row?
I don't know.
Hang on, let me do a quick count. So it's supposed to be 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I have it... Okay, I do need to mark off my row.
Okay.
So this is why... If anyone ever wonders why my patterns tend to have ridges on it and working through the back loop, that's why it's easier to count the rows.
Yep.
And besides which, I actually like the look.
I do too. And that was Stacy Trock who started
That was
doing
Stacy's truck because that's how she learned to crochet. She didn't even realize it wasn't normal until later on. But it changes, it makes it a little bit thinner. but it creates this nice ridging.
And I
texture.
think it's less likely to show the yarn.
I think
stuff
so,
inside,
too.
because you're overlapping a little.
Yeah.
bit.
Now, granted, I'm also a very tight crocheter, but you can actually even see the ridges on the screen, and it makes it super easy to count your rows, which is great because I frequently lose track of where I'm at.
You're not the only one.
And it's perfect. It's great when you're designing too. If you forgot where you were at and how many rows you did, you just count up. And you're like, oh, okay, that's how many I did. But final design in progress. Come here. And moving this one because this is stash enhancement. Put this with the rest of stash enhancement. Stay there. So in my Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival bag is another baby blanket pattern that I'm super excited about. It's actually worked up super quickly, as you can see, Mom. I mean, that's got to be more than 2 inches.
Oh yeah, it's.
I'd say it's about three and a
maybe?
half, maybe, yeah. And I had to go for 5 inches until I changed color. Or total 5 inches when I changed colors. So, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. Woof.
Very nice. Okay, my last one is in my Kikiboo Holiday Owls bag. And this is just, I didn't do a whole lot of work on this. This is just my little preemie hat that's probably going to end up going to,
Hey, look, this is working.
oh shoot, now I can't think of the name again.
Oh, darn it. I know who you're talking about.
I can't, she knows who she is.
It's the person who takes preemie stuff.
Yes, that's quite right.
I'm
But she
sorry.
does accept other things as well. I know who, I have it written down, so I know who it is. But it's just, it's. If you have questions, you can look in our charity stuff because she's listed. So, it's just a red. It's Knit Picks Bravas worsted, and yeah, that's all. Yeah, it's a Cindy Wood loom. I think it's actually a sock loom, but
Kim?
no.
No.
Is her name Kim?
I feel like her name might be Kim.
I don't remember. I honestly can't remember right now. I'm having trouble focusing, so.
I
Okay.
figured out where I could put my stitch mark when I'm not using it.
Okay.
Put on my sacrifice beads. Okay, so
You should probably do it where you don't have to move it. You should probably put it on the other.
I have it on the end where it's already been moved. This is the section that moves this
Right.
way. So I actually showed all my projects.
Okay, you have an FO?
One I can show now, one that has to be shown out during the shop stuff.
All right, well, let me show mine because it's not as important.
Oh.
I mean, it is important, but it's, it's not anything major that they haven't seen before. Okay, I have... Okay, one of these was already done. I finished this one. One of these two I finished. Because I like to do 2 of each color if I can. So these are going to Brittany when I get them, the ends woven in. And that's about that.
Sorry guys, I need to reposition.
Okay.
This isn't meant to be rude. I just feel myself flaring and I need to get my legs up. Okay, so my FO is my bunny butt with fox, and I think this colorway here is swan. So
Why would they call a yellow fox?
it is an orange
Well, still, why would they call that fox?
because foxes are orange.
Not that kind of orange.
Well, sometimes they can have a bit of a goldy tone to them
Not like that.
because some are dark and some are light.
I've never seen one that color.
But this bunny butt's done. It'll be going to Brittany.
It's pretty.
I actually should measure my gauge on this to put in the pattern because I didn't do a gauge. I just told people gauge didn't matter because it's a dishcloth.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
But
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
that is done. Because basically, I figured that people were going to use. I just told them to give a amount of.
Right. Because you can make
Thing.
2 of them, I think. With
Oh, you can make more than 2.
yeah, at least 2.
Particularly since this is color work.
Right. Well, if I
So-
can do almost 3, I haven't used yet one skein to do 3 colors yet, but with crochet, you should be able to do plenty with the knit.
Yeah, and yeah. So this is very happy with this.
Nice.
And I'm happy to be done with the orange and white combination. I wanted to get to something more fun.
It's kind of a nice combination.
It is a nice combination, but I didn't want to do the combination at the time. I wanted to do something else.
Then why did you do it?
Well, after I did it, I didn't want to do it anymore. And at that
Keep
point,
saying it's just knitting. Why didn't you just pull it
I was
out?
committed. And besides, it wasn't like I was going to keep it.
All right. You said you had another one.
No, it has to go in a different section.
Okay. Let's see here. What do we have here?
I'm going to stretch my legs.
I did a card, but it went out already.
Mm-hmm.
It went out with a package. So actually, I did it a little while ago, and it actually went out. So I don't have it to show.
Sorry, I'm encroaching on your space.
Royalties.
Okay, so actually I have beads and string.
Oh, okay.
Let me just take my stitch marker so I can...
Yeah, I don't have beads and string in here yet, so
And you don't have any different cards, right?
I just said that. I didn't have-
Okay, I'm having focusing
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So... did I show you guys this last week? I think I did. This now holds my ones that I finished that need to go up in the shop. Versus ones that are already done. So I finished this one this week. So just a nice simple rosary. The only thing different is that it's got the Jesus face, like would be on either Veronica's veil or the shroud or something.
Around or something like that.
On the crucifix itself. But otherwise, it's got a simple Marian centerpiece and a yellow core. Because, I mean, there are people like different colors, and I like to provide options and show them what to do.
It doesn't look gaudy or anything. It looks fine.
No.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's got a nice heft to it.
Well, that's the stainless steel.
Yeah,
I
so
like
it's
stainless
just, I like the heavy beads. I keep thinking of Patty. Make a weapon, physical and spiritual. Whap!
So, that one's finished, and we'll go up in the shop at some point. And then I had started, before I had people starting their holiday orders, and I had to put this on pause, I started a rosary for Davina. I had gotten new beads in. And, okay, so let me explain, because this does take some explanation. When you're Catholic, we focus on the holy men and women who came before. We are not focus on. We have a devotion to. We are fond of there. We're fond of the holy men and women who came before us. Kind of like where you might be fond of friends who, and be really proud of the fact that they're really spiritual people, and these are people you want to associate with and imitate. So we look at people who have been really holy in the past, and we want to imitate them and ask them to pray for us. Just like I would say, hey, friend,
yeah.
can you pray for me? Decide there's more people praying together. Same idea. Except that they are in heaven already and a lot holier than any of us here. But Saint Dymphna, I forget which century she was in.
She was early.
She was early. And her father went insane after her mother died. And because Saint Dymphna looked like her mother, he decided that, and his followers, he was a chieftain. He was a chieftain of some kind. So his followers said, "Hey, your daughter looks an awful lot like her. Why don't you marry her?" Because they wanted to make sure there's some sort of succession. And she, understandably, was grossed out by this and fled. And with a priest who was her confessor / defender.
Yep.
And when her father caught up with them and she still wouldn't submit, he killed them both. But she is the patron saint of autism, depression, and all other mental illnesses.
And the funny little side note on this, a lot of you know, if you've been with us for a while, that Davina is on the autistic spectrum. She's Asperger's. It's also, her feast day is Davina's birthday.
Right, and the feast days usually tend to be the day that they died. So Davina was born on that day, so Saint Dymphna was her birth saint. So this one is for Davina. That's a very long way to explaining who Saint Dymphna was. And I chose, besides the fact that Davina likes gold, a lot of the pictures of Saint Dymphna show her with this really pretty gold head covering. So I went with that as an inspiration. And I gave I made one of these for a friend who's been having a rough time. And she said she really liked hers. And then I started one for Davina. They're testing these beads for me. They are stainless steel, but it's a rose gold color. And then silver stainless steel for the Our Fathers.
And the crucifix.
And the crucifix and the centerpiece. Well, the centerpiece and the crucifix aren't stainless steel.
Right,
you know.
but they're the silver color.
Yes. So it ties everything together. It's really nice. Davina's excited about it. So this will probably end up as part of her Christmas gift because I'm not going to be able to finish it earlier than that, I don't think.
Right. Well, you've got a massive order to worry about right now.
Yeah. But I got one deca done
Yeah.
for it. So I was hoping to have more of it to show to you guys. Maybe even a finished one. But like I said,
And we're just going to be touching on these kind of things briefly. If you have questions about it, you can contact
yes,
us.
and the only reason why I went into an in-depth story was first of all, it's an interesting story. You know, I like stories, and you know, anytime you find out about something in history, you know how much I love history. But I needed to explain to Saint Divina's background so you know why she is important, and why Divina has a particular devotion to her.
Okay, so now what next?
Okay, so next we usually do maybe acquisitions before shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, acquisitions. I placed an order, purple package order, for those of you who know us well.
You got a purple one? I didn't get a purple one.
This is Plum Deluxe, okay?
Mine was tan.
Now, I got... This one is the one that they
Oh,
gave
I forgot to grab my beans.
They gave me some free. Yeah, the little one that comes with it. And I gave Taya the other one because I didn't care if that wasn't what I liked. But this is my chocolate hazelnut dessert tea. Not the chai, but the dessert tea. So I kept this. It's one serving. And I have toasted nut brulee oolong tea. And this one may or may not stay with me. It depends. I'll have to see if I like it. This one has black tea, oolong tea, Rubio's tea, apple pieces, cocoa nibs, cornflowers, calendula, vanilla, hazelnut, chestnut, almond, walnut essence.
I can't wait till mine comes in because generally if a tea has a nut in it, I love it.
And this is caffeinated. And then I got some more of my chocolate rosemary caramel herbal tea. I've had this on the podcast before, so you know about that one. And then I think I got about half and half caffeinated and decaffeinated. This one is new to me. This is red velvet puree.
People have told us how to pronounce this before.
I don't know. Anyway, dessert tea. And this is chocolate deliciousness in your cup. It's got pure tea, cocoa peel, cocoa nibs, beetroot pieces, blackberry leaves, chocolate essence. It might have chocolate in it. Love, gratitude, and caffeine. So it's another one of my caffeine. I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm looking forward to that.
And I checked with Andy of Plum Deluxe, and he says all of his teas are dairy and gluten free.
Right.
He's very good about if you have allergies or whatever with working with
And
you.
he's fantastic. Apple cinnamon chai tea is this one here, because I love apple cinnamon and that kind there. We'll see how that works. Banana bread is one of my favorite. I'm always running out of it. Banana bread tea. And vanilla sugar cookies, another one. But vanilla sugar cookie, banana bread, and shortbread tea. I like. I always seem to run out of those. They're my new favorites to add to my old ones.
Right.
So I did a little bit of damage over the past week or so. He actually put 2 orders of mine together, and this wasn't all I got.
He tends to put my, that's probably why he's waiting for my other order. I have a club tea that should be coming in pretty soon. He's gonna put it with my
You need
club.
to show yours because that was part of my order.
Yes. So, where is it? Here.
Because he does this thing that's really evil. He says, "Oh, you've unlocked a $5 tea." So,
It's really nasty.
but we love him for it.
Yes. So this is actually an acquisition because Mom had unloaded some teas on me that I really like, but she's either not drinking right now or she's not quite as fond of as I am. And like Mom mentioned, we trade teas like we do yarns. Let's do the small ones first. This is citrus mint green tea. Lemongrass, spearmint, orange peel, lemon essence, love and gratitude. Has caffeine.
It does?
Yeah, it's surprising, right?
Huh.
Blackberry mojito black tea.
Yeah, that's one I gave you, isn't it?
Little one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I gave you one of my little ones that came with my order.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe this is it.
Yeah.
Blackberries, hazelnut pieces, ooh. Blackberry leaves, lime essence, ooh. Maple extract, love and gratitude. I need to have this sometime soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
Then Daily Love herbal tea. I considered having one. I think it was this one. No, maybe it was another one I was going to have. But I really want something with caffeine, and this doesn't have caffeine.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. What is it?
This is Daily Love.
Okay.
But I was going to have the Self-Care, I think. Which is a similar tea. But also doesn't have caffeine. And I was a bit tired, and I wanted to have some caffeine.
Because I picked up the self-care ones for you. That's what I picked up.
The Daily Love has green rubias, sea buckthorn berry, apple pieces, orange peel, calendula, peach sauce, strawberry essence, love and gratitude. And then Self-Care has honeybush tea, elderberries, apricots, apple pieces, marigold, apricot essence, love and gratitude. But neither of these are caffeinated, so
Right.
I really wanted caffeine this morning.
I can help you at night or something.
Yeah. Because I do sometimes have tea at night, especially if I'm having a sandwich. So then, Mom also gave me some of her fog cutter that she hasn't been drinking as much of because I'm completely out of this.
Yeah, I have a partially opened one.
This is the one that has like 12 different kinds of black tea.
Yeah, it might be black tea.
Assam black tea, Ceylon black tea, African black tea, Darjeeling black tea, lemon peeled, love and gratitude.
Black tea.
Black tea. So obviously that's something I like. Mindful morning black tea. And I found with this one, I have to steep it performance at 5 because otherwise it's too bitter even for me. And this is black tea, orange peel, blue cornflowers, bergamot oil, vanilla essence, love and gratitude. I think it's that bergamot oil that gives it that smoky, strong flavor. Then this one, this was my tea of the month. And I had to try it again because I actually didn't finish my original one. We were having Bible study and I was so caught up in what we were doing, I forgot it. And then when I was cleaning my mug, I realized that I had cold tea in there. And I couldn't remember if I had actually put soap in there, so I didn't want to finish it. So I need to try this again. Black tea, green rubias, coconut pieces, lemongrass, apple pieces, rose hips, pineapple, rose petals, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, orange peel, clove, black pepper, cocoa nibs, calendula, love and gratitude. Has caffeine.
Like partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's a salad.
I think it was actually rather mild for me, if I remember correctly.
It sounds like it might be.
And then Lady Grey. Mom gave me this as well, and I love Lady Grey. Orange peel, black tea, lemon peel, blue cornflowers, bergamot oil, vanilla essence, love and gratitude.
Just because I love Lady Grey, but I just haven't been drinking it. So
Right, well, you've been tending toward your dessert teeth right now.
it's just sitting there.
And I'm down to my last bag for that, so I needed some. So thank you.
Okay, so now what?
Now it's shop news.
Shop news. Okay, my shop has a lot in it, and I woke up to a sale this morning, which is nice.
Oh, yay.
Thank you to the person who bought something. I am not sure what's going on. I got contacted by my local yarn store, which is Knitter's Magic in Winchester. She wants to talk to me about something with a yarn and a kit or something, so I'm going to be talking to her, and that will kind of determine what I do with the near future for shop yarns. I am hoping to put more yarn into the shop. I may be putting some Advent type things in the shop, but I'm not going to do pre-orders because I didn't hear back from anybody. So
Right, and now with this other...
now with this other thing, I don't want to put the stress on myself. There might be DK weight and there might be fingering sock weight. And if I do that, it will probably be 4 half skeins plus a full skein. So it would be each of the 4 weeks of Advent plus Christmas.
But it'll be as she's able to put them up, not pre-orders.
Right. I mean, if somebody wants one, let me know.
Mm-hmm. And she'll try to work
And
on it.
I'll try to work it around you, but I'm not going to take pre-orders because I didn't really hear any, and I'm not going to put myself under that stress right now because I might have something bigger coming up somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So, but if you are interested, shoot me a line. I'll see what I can do. Okay? And that's basically all I have at the moment for the shop that I can think of.
No, I can't think of anything else for your shop. I think you've been focusing more on crafting and writing this week than on the dyeing, this past week, which is good because your dyeing for a while was taking over everything, so you needed a little time to...
Yeah, I did a little bit of writing, but not a whole lot.
After you finish talking, I have to show something
Okay.
about to show.
But the retreat took up the last the last 2 days of the week plus the first day of this week, so I really couldn't do a whole lot except doing a little crocheting and knitting.
Yeah. I did forget to show when we did stash enhancement.
Oh yeah, the yarn.
Just some of the baby blankets. This is more of the Pound of Love, and I had a couple of other colors in the other bag. Ugh. So there's that. Now to shop news. I do have people starting to look more at my shop right now because I think they're looking at the holidays coming in. So I'm seeing a lot more people looked at your shop. People favorited this. People did that. I'm gearing up towards, okay, I tend to do a fair amount of custom orders when it comes to
the rosaries and
the
stuff.
rosaries and stuff.
The beads part of the beads and string, the beads and string, not as opposed to your knitting stuff.
No. Yeah, I don't do the knitting as custom orders really because it's too much stress. Rosaries are a lot less stress. But the Baby Blanket of Doom is finished. It will be going off to its recipient. I will be putting up on Etsy for her. This is the official name of the pattern is the Melissa Blanket. It's not called the Baby Blanket of Doom.
And it's not the Baby Blanket of Doom. It's just
No. It was only because I don't like doing custom knitting. So, I'm not sure if you're getting... It's really a nice texture. It's smushy. It's going up for testing.
It's beautiful. This side of it reminds me... those of you who are my age group, I don't know if any of the younger ones will remember, it reminds me of something called Swiss Dot. It's not really a dot, but it reminds me of that fabric that little girls used to wear. I had an Easter outfit that was, I think, light blue Swiss Dot.
Huh.
And it was this kind of effect.
And then there's the back.
Not that kind of effect.
No, this kind of effect. And this is my receiving blanket size versus my I have multiple sizes in it, but this is receiving blanket. I've added one more size to my repertoire of sizes. Set people more options.
Yeah.
So people will have till November 1st to finish knitting their test blanket. And it'll be whatever size they choose to do.
Right. So you can see the difference here. Can you see the difference?
Ouch.
What?
You just hit your elbow just dug onto me, that's all.
I didn't touch you.
Yeah, you did.
So, there we go.
So there we go. So yeah, very happy with this. Let me fold it back up. And I told her to keep an eye on Etsy. It'll be coming up. I told her by tomorrow, but I'll probably list it as soon as we're done podcasting. So that way it'll give her a chance. I mean, she could be working today. She might want to just come and pick it up.
Yeah.
Because I used to work with her, so she's really close.
On the way home from work.
On the way home from work. I know that they aren't all coming into the office. At least last time I talked.
No, they're still not.
They're still not?
Yeah, because she when Bree called to do the thing for Davina, she said another conference call.
Okay.
It wasn't
But
even
that doesn't necessarily mean...
No, but it wasn't even
Yeah.
a option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Of course, she knows our situation here, too.
Yeah. It's been a great relief to have that off my plate, and that's why I've been able to explode with designs, because I now have the time to focus on them.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little sore. I must have slept wrong or something.
Well, I think there's this weather change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I guess we have been talking about writing and stuff like that. I did work on the shared story, okay. I'm reading Queen still by Timothy Zahn, but not a whole lot. I just haven't had much time to read. Pray Like Mary and St. Paul for Every Day of the Year. So I haven't done a lot of reading because it just hasn't been a priority.
Right.
I haven't even been watching much. I listened to Chronically Crocheting, her podcast, and I haven't finished it yet. I was listening to it while I was in the shower. I had it propped up in the...
You'll probably want to watch it and actually be able to see what's
well, I
going
saw that part. It was because
Okay,
she did it at the beginning.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at that.
So, yeah, there's not a whole lot exciting there. Do you have anything exciting?
Let's see. I have to scroll down to that part of the thing. I showed that. Talked about that. Oh, for the Marketplace Owl Marketplace bookmark, release date is 10/1, so I need to get a hold of my last tester, the one from Facebook, to see where she's at, because I think that's the only one who has to finish hers. And
She's
then
been posting progress. Oh no, that's the other one who's been posting progress pictures. Emma's been posting progress pictures.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm kind of in Fun.
No, in email. She had been posting.
Oh yeah. The other lady hasn't yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
As far as I could tell. So yes. So what I've been reading and watching. So, I had finished the other Sonia Corbett book about praying like Mary, that praying with the scripture, which was very helpful for me now. I feel like I can pray better with the scripture than I ever was able to. I started Fearless, Conquer Your Demons, and Love with Abandon. I'm finding this one a little bit harder. It's not the same format, it doesn't seem, of let's talk about this thing and now let's implement it, which
Right.
in the last book was super helpful and I really got a lot out of it. This one seems to be more of a just straight on talking, and I'm not getting as much out of it right now. I'm going to try to stick it out because I did get a lot out of her from the past. Also, I can't read it at night because it talks about spiritual warfare.
Right. It's hard, yeah.
And then I started reading a little bit of Know Thyself. They're very short sections. 100 Guided Meditations on Humility of Heart by Kajetan Mary de Bergamo. And then I've been reading also hers. This lady I take slow because I feel like I need to chew on it and I need to absorb what she's saying. Peace in the Storm, Meditations on Chronic Pain and Illness by Maureen Pratt. And I think she has lupus. So she's coming at things from the same perspective that I do. So it's really, when she says something in there, it tends to hit like right here for me. So I have to sit, I chew on it, I read the Bible verses she pulls out, and then I just absorb. It's going to take me a while. I'm going to be reading that a while. And then I read one chapter at a time for this because another one I have to chew. Solace in Suffering, Wisdom from Thomas à Kempis' Imitation of Christ. So yes, there is a theme to my reading.
Always is.
And Great Courses Plus, everything ancient history right now.
We're not going to get into that right now.
No, we aren't. But my most recent class is Military Blunders.
Oh, fun.
Because his point is, yeah, best practice is good, but if you don't look at the blunders, you don't see what you avoid.
Right.
So you need to look at the blunders. And it's fun. He's a good storyteller.
Okay, so do we have anything else?
I think we're headed on to, I need to take a drink. Personal stuff.
We are. So before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Chronically Crocheting. She was very sweet on her podcast. She gave us a shout out as a podcast,
that's sweet of
and
her.
she shouted out both of our shops.
Aw.
So that was very nice of her. She is Chronically Crocheting. She's a really fun lady. She has chronic conditions like Taya does, so she can't always podcast consistently. But she's super when she does, and she's pretty consistent. I've been pretty impressed with how she does it.
Well, especially since she doesn't have a co-host.
Yeah, she does very well for herself, and she tries to be very upbeat, and she's really a fun person to watch. And she gave us a really nice shout out over there for ourselves and for our podcast. So for our shops, our podcast, she's a very nice person. If you want another podcast to watch, you might want to check her out. Okay?
Right.
We want to tell everybody who doesn't want to listen to the stuff that's personal, we can say goodbye to you now. We hope to podcast on Saturday. Okay? For the Patreons who might want to leave right now, we were planning a Zoom on Friday. And
At
then
10:30.
At 10:30, and then the following Friday is our live stream.
Yes. And another note about the Zoom, we will post in the Patreon Facebook group and on Patreon the link to the Zoom right before we get on, because we want to be there to
greet you.
To greet you.
Yes.
So-
And we are very, very grateful to one of our Patreon members who is making this possible.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you very much.
She's letting us use her
paid account.
her paid account, so we don't have the time limit.
Yes. So she's being very sweet about that.
Yes.
So we want to thank, before you leave as well, we want to thank the people who commented on YouTube and on our PHN home. If I missed somebody, it's only because I didn't see you, okay? Brittany, Renna, Looney Hiker, Sikwa75, Wendy, who is MacGyver, Chronically Crocheting, Fiber Hermit, Barbara, Gail, Sylvie, and Paula, who is new. Thank you, Paula, for joining us.
Yay.
So thank you very much for your comments, and we're very glad to hear from you always. And we try to respond as quickly as we can. Sometimes our moderators take care of things, especially over on the PHN group, but we will get back to you eventually. Somebody will.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, if you really want to hear something from us, tagging us is a good idea because we do get our tags to our email. When I get in design mode, I tend to kind of have a narrow focus, and it's like I'm like a bulldozer. That's all I can think about is
Juggernaut.
yes.
Okay. Now, if you don't want to hear personal stuff, which I don't think we have a whole lot, but if you don't want to hear the personal stuff that's more family and health and all that kind of stuff, we'll say goodbye now. We'll see you on Saturday. Well, our Saturday, we'll record whenever you see it. Okay? So we'll see you then. We'll give you a couple seconds to go. We wish you a very blessed week full of every good thing. So give them a little bit of time.
Yes, couple seconds.
Couple seconds.
I think they're all gone now. I think the door.
There we go.
Door closed
The
behind
door
them.
slammed behind them.
Okay.
Yes.
They slammed it. Wow.
Yeah, I just, it's got those
Oh, it's one of those ones that kind of like,
swingy doors. Yeah.
some of them are like super heavy and so they suck into.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they scare you because they go bam.
Yeah.
Okay, personal stuff.
I mean, we had our retreat.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Little bit of a issue at the beginning we're not going to go into. The rest
No.
of it was fine. It was very strange to have 15, 20 people over at the retreat house, which we don't usually go to
Because we had too many people.
because we have too many people. So the shrine was out, so we were at the monastery. And there were about 15 people, maybe 20. And then there were another 15, about 25, I think Father Matt said, was on Zoom.
Yeah.
So
So it was a unique experience.
It was a unique experience. It was a smaller turnout, but it was fun. I mean, it was fun touching base with people and seeing
Honestly, I
people.
think it's about as many people have been coming the past couple of years.
No,
No, you don't think
no,
so?
No, there was about half of that.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
we haven't had a big
Yeah.
turnout lately.
Well, it's
But
it was fun. We got it was fun to see Father Matt, and he prepared some really nice talks on. It was hard to get a lot out of it because sometimes you were distracted by the people talking because people on the sidebar would be talking
Yeah.
to you, and then you're trying to listen to Father. Most of the time, we tried to be quiet, but it was on marriage and the family and
right.
and the role of parents and that kind of thing. It was nice, and he even touched on singles a little bit.
But it
toward the
wasn't
end.
really meant for
No,
that.
but it was all spiritual. It was very nice. We had our morning prayers and all that kind of stuff, so that was good. Taya had her PT this week, last week, and we have another one tomorrow. She does it once a week, so
Yes.
we'll see how that goes tomorrow.
And it can be very iffy. Whereas last week I did try to listen to my body more last week and avoid a cry session, uncontrollable cry session from pushing myself too much. That I had the time before, and I did manage to avoid it. But when I came home, I slept, so it wiped me out more than I realized. But it's actually been kind of a rough week. Physically. I think the weather changed to the cold. I'm actually getting more pain than normal. I think that's the Ehlers-Danlos myself. So, I just feel like an old lady. My knees hurt, my this hurt, my everything hurts.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I feel like when I talk about stuff, I feel like I'm like 80 years old when I'm like, yeah, well, weather must be coming in, so.
There's that thing with that old grandma weather cub.
Yeah, that's,
yeah.
Oh, so true, y'all.
Yeah.
The southern.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
But I actually get that. That kind of makes sense. But anyway, yeah. So and we called our hairdresser because I can't stand my hair, which is why it's up right now. She agreed to come to the house. So we're
Well, and she's not even doing it in our area anymore.
yeah. She's not working here anymore. So that was really nice of her.
I mean, she's close enough that it's not like, she's coming from another
state
or something.
But,
But,
it's
still,
a distance.
It's still
yeah.
out of her way.
Yeah, because she had to do a little bit of a trek. She's a couple towns over, and she
We've been with her for 20 years.
yeah we've been with her since forever, since we got here basically. And
She said it was about basically since the time she got out of hairdresser school.
yeah, so she's
Beauty school? think it's called beauty school.
I guess it's called beauty school. She is very talented, and obviously we don't expect her to do this all the time, but just to kind of get us to a point where we're not just don't know what to do with our hair and that kind of stuff, and she can tell us which one in the shop that she just left would be best to take over for us, and then we'll kind of have to slide into. I'll miss going to her, but
Yeah.
you know, she's actually setting up her own business in her home.
Yeah.
And she has no dearth of people because she's very talented. So
Yeah.
we wish her every success, although we're sad that she's, you know, not going to be able to do us anymore.
Yeah.
So hopefully, next time you see us, hopefully it won't fall through and you'll be able to see us with, might be really short, not short in length, but,
Yeah.
you know, a little more severe with the trim than normal because it might have to last for a while.
Right.
So-
And my hair's not short. I've got it up in a French twist.
Yeah, I've got mine up. It's in a messy bun in the back. So.
A French twist is about. I can't do a lot of styles for now because I'm only about here
Mm-hmm.
for my hair. So I'm kind of limited on what I can do. I can do a French twist. I can do a Gibson Girl a bit, but it's not a very thick Gibson Girl.
Yeah. And I can do the French twist, but it's so long that it's going to be really thick.
Right.
So it's just, and I didn't feel like dealing with it this morning, so I
Well,
didn't.
I tend to prefer the French twist with my brace because one of the things I don't like taking pain medicine. It doesn't always help me anyway. So if I start hurting back here, or if I'm going to be doing a lot of looking down at stuff from crafting, I'll put on my neck brace. And the French twist, unlike the Gibson Girl, which sits. If you've ever seen the Gibson Girl, it's a curl up like a French twist, but across the bottom.
It's folded up.
Yeah, folded up. So it lands
Rolled
right
up.
where my brace is. So I can't comfortably wear it. Where the French twist, it's a fold into like along the length of your head, so it works perfectly for my brace. So it's probably going to become my preferred updo.
Yeah, your grandma used to wear that all the time when she was dating Daddy and Grandpa and stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, so that's that. I don't think we have much more for the just stuff.
No, by the next podcast is October 1st, right?
No, it's the 28th.
Okay, so we have before October. I was going to say, I have coming up a neurologist appointment, so we'll have news about that, but it's not till October 5th.
Yeah, so that might be one or maybe two, maybe three podcasts.
Yeah.
So away, but yeah, so we'll tell you about that when it comes up. In the meantime, we want to wish you all a very blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. Okay, we'll be here Saturday. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 420, and that's a wrap.
Bye.